Y'all, I cannot believe it. Like, it's finally done. It's finally done. The first of its kind homeschool cooking curriculum is finally done. I finished it this morning and I was like, I cannot wait to film a YouTube video because I just have to share. It's been a labor of love. I've been working on it for how many months? Since August. And it's like, it's done. 75 pages, 16 weeks, science experiments, crafts, YouTube videos, really cute graphics to print out and use, kitchen safety rules. What else is in here? Like, I thought of it all. And if you're new to my channel, I'm Shadiamond. I'm a homeschooling mom to a 5, 7, and 2-year-old, and I was looking for something that would complete our homeschool. I feel like we focus a lot on, in the beginning we focus on a lot of, reading and math, which is the foundation of every other subject. But I was like, I want our homeschool not to be solely academic. I want it to be a balance of, life skills. So I was like, how can I be intentional? I'm always in the kitchen cooking, right? My children love to help me. They've been in the kitchen with me since they were like infants, literally. I would sit them down on the kitchen counters, I would let them chop little stuff. And it's like, how can I be intentional now since they are 5 and 7 to where I can teach them the proper techniques? I can tell them the proper terminology. When you are making scrambled eggs, the way you beat it, or you stir, or you whisk, or, what is the why behind what they do? So I found different YouTube videos to kind of explain the science behind some of the lessons. And it's just so much fun. So I do think I want to do a full flip through of it so you can see what's all included. But for now, I was like, I cannot hold in the excitement. I posted it this morning maybe around 11 o'clock. And so far, I've had about 5 orders, and I'm so thankful for the mamas who have been looking for this, who have been asking for this, who have been checking in with me even when I kind of gave up on it. Like, I really appreciate y'all. I'm loving the feedback that I've got so far. But if you're curious as to what this is or why I even decided to do this, I am the mom who loves to be intentional about everything that I do with my children. Like, if they're doing something, if they have any questions, I want to find a way to teach them the thing. I want to find a way to let them know the why behind it. My children have a lot of questions, and they'll ask, why, or, what, different things. So it's like, if I compare fun with intentional time in the kitchen, as well as teaching them the why behind it, and then throwing in science experiments, oh, it's golden. And I know I wasn't the only mom who was looking for something like this. And so I searched around for different things. Initially, I was looking for cooking classes. I was like, what are some cooking classes I can take them to get their hands-on experience, being in a different environment and stuff like that. But then when I started to look up the cooking classes prices and they were doing it in their homes, I'm like, oh no, it's just time for me to create my own thing. And then I was like looking at other curriculums, and I noticed that when I searched on Etsy or Amazon or other online marketplaces, that when they mentioned cooking curriculum, it was only a recipe book. It was just full of recipes. No how, no why, no this is what you would learn, no fun component. It was only recipes. And I was like, no, that's not what I want. I want them to know the why behind it. I want them to know why they're whisking, or why they should use a wooden spoon instead of a metal one, or why they should, use this technique as opposed to the other one. Because what I noticed is, even though, I'm an adult, right? There are certain things I didn't learn properly. You kind of learn as you go. And I said, if I could kind of cut down their time of trying to figure things out on their own by teaching it to them now that they're young, then I want to do just that. So along with just finding different recipes and finding things that I wasn't looking for, I wanted it to be an all-inclusive resource to where if you are talking about, say for instance, measuring dry ingredients, or if you're talking about the food groups, or if you're talking about different ways to use eggs, or the difference between a boiled egg and a scrambled egg, if you're talking about those things, I think it'll be very, very interesting for the children to be able to do certain experiments. So whether they're younger children who are interested in seeing what fruit will sink and what will float, or if it's the older children who are interested in seeing how a boiled egg can fit inside of a container that is not wide enough using heat, then that's what I wanted to do. My initial thought was to pair a lot of books with this, right? A lot of books, like picture books and things of that nature. And I think that's probably going to be still in the works as we actually move through this curriculum. But I was like, I like the science portion. I'm a science person. Like, that was always my favorite subject. Is what I got my degree in. I have a bachelor's in biology, minored in chemistry. So STEM has always been my thing. And I'm the person that think, why are we doing this? Can you explain to me what is going on? What is happening? Why is it happening? Why, when I use this ingredient versus this ingredient, I get a different reaction? So those are my thought processes as a little girl, even now. So I'm like, I have children who are just as curious. So it's like, they need to know the why behind it. Yes, they can help you make it, but why should they do this? Why is it important to measure out your ingredients? Why is it important to level off your flour? You know, so yeah, in so many words, I wanted it to be more. I wanted it to be a weekly theme, a new recipe, because children do like when you let them do things themselves. So whether they go shopping with you for the ingredients, or they're reading the recipe, they're able to reading the recipe, following it step by step, and you are watching and assisting when needed, or where they have something to look forward to. And I know, like, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I kind of shared in my stories. I was like, you know what? This is designed for homeschoolers. My girls are 5 and 7. So I wanted to be on their level to where they can understand it, but it also challenges them. But also, even if you're not a homeschool family, like many moms are homemakers, right? You know, you make things from scratch. You want healthy eating. You want healthy food. And it's like, you train your children up to know, you know, what's best for them. You train them up to eat the healthiest way. You train them up to learn to make things from scratch. So this is something that can be done on the weekends, right? Like on Sundays, on spring breaks. During the summertime will be perfect because you have quite a few weeks to, you know, go through things. And many parents take it light during the summer. You either do only workbooks or you take the whole summer off. So it's like, this is learning, right? We go through science, we go through math. You want to include a little handwriting. We have little activities where they have to create their own recipe, activities where they have to draw different pictures. We have activities where they have to create a family cookbook. So some of your favorite recipes throughout this thing, and also just at the very end of the curriculum is a family feast where the child is in charge of creating a meal for the whole family, including everybody in the family. So there are some times in here where they have to utilize handwriting, where they have to utilize math skills as well as science skills, and it's all hands-on. It's hands-on, and the videos are very engaging. I handpicked each of the YouTube videos myself, and I said, eventually I'm gonna record me and my girls doing every single thing in here so you can watch us on video instead of other people, right? So I was like, I didn't have the time to do that just yet, but if this is very successful like I anticipated it to be, then we can definitely move forward. I think my favorite part of the curriculum is the crafts and activities that relate to it, because children are crafty, at least mine are. They love to create, they love to draw, they love to turn something into nothing. I mean, they love to turn nothing into something. So cardboard boxes into restaurants and, you know, things like that. So this is right up their alley, and I love it. The only thing I probably have to refine is some of the recipes that I use in here. You know, they may not be all the greatest, but it's like, if you don't want to have to look for yourself, then you have them in here. I love it. I chose to go with like the watercolor images instead of the real images. I felt like it gave it more of my style, and I feel like it's very cute, but they still can get the gist of what it is. And again, this is targeted for elementary age children, so it's like they definitely know what these things are. Many of them will be reading when they start this, or close to reading, so it's like they know. But I'm so proud of this, so proud of this. If you've been waiting on the best homeschool cooking curriculum in the kitchen guide, however you want to say it, this is it. Nothing like this is on the market. I haven't found anything yet. So I'm super excited and just so proud of all the work that I've done thus far. I cannot wait to hear the feedback. If you want to know how to purchase it, the link is in my description box below. So yeah, I think that's all for this video. If you want to flip through a week by week, or if you want to see us like plan to prep each lesson weekly, each recipe weekly, we could probably vlog it a little bit. Let me know your thoughts and any feedback that you have. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video.